fight.
Great fight.
Good championship fight. Lomachenko, always fan-friendly. Luke Campbell, give him credit, gave everything he could, survived at the end, but class wins out. The damage done in the 5th, the damage done in the 11th, the damage done in the 12th, and Vasyl Lomachenko is moments away from having his 3rd championship belt at 135 pounds. He'll be closing in on that rare chance to be called undisputed.
How sweet it is.
Let's talk. We're likely going to be here a while, depending on how long the post-fight interviews take. This is all live, real time. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360, and we cover every single major fight live. So we're only going to be able to give you some brief highlights because, well, Sky kind of triggered. You know, they get like that when it comes to like big fights like this. And for some reason, they don't understand the concept of something called fucking fair use. They've been pissing me off, man. Like other genres like entertainment, news, movies, and all that shit, they don't have these issues. But see, since I'm doing something that, you know, is innovative in a way, you know, they think I'm dumb and I don't know, you know, I don't have a legal team, but whatever. You know, I just want to handle this shit the right way. And we're going to talk about the fight because we do have a lot of shit to talk about. So, Luke Campbell, up until that point when he went down in round number 11, I had the fight 5-5. My cards was very controversial, and looking on Twitter, there was some controversial cards. All right? I'm interested to see what those scorecards were up until this point. So, Lomachenko wins, in my opinion, because once that knockdown happened, I said, oh yeah, well, Luke Campbell needs to knock out the win. Some people are going to say that Lomachenko was looking older and he's looking more beatable because a lot of people, especially boxing YouTubers, big boxing YouTubers, they really don't cover Luke Campbell. So you're going to have a whole lot of people, you know, shitting on Loma because they're not going to give Luke Campbell the respect that he deserves. Let's listen in.
It's about to be his.
Let's listen into these cards. I'm interested to hear what they are.
Please
subscribe. We cover every single major fight live and UFC.
ESPN, we expect Teofimo
Now,
and Richard Commey fight for the IBF. Commey's belts.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds
look
of
at that
lightweight
atmosphere.
action, we go to the scorecards. Judges Benoit Roussel and Omar Mintoun both have it 119 to 108. Jean-Robert Lane scores at 118 to 109. All 3 scorecards go to the winner by unanimous decision. From Ukraine, still WBA, WBO, and ring champion, and now the new WBC lightweight champion of the world. Pound for pound, perhaps the best there is. The man known as Loma, Vasyl Lomachenko.
London, known for its royalty. Well, there's the king right now, the pound-for-pound king. And he was regal tonight. And you talk to him about what belts mean to him. Look at his face right there as he adds another, and he says, strap him on. Put them all on me. He is dripping. Dripping. Just the way he wants it.
Let's talk. His mandatory is going to be the winner of Devin Haney versus Zaire Abdulayev. If you don't know who Devin Haney is, you need to go look him up. The 135-pound division is deep and it's hot. Loma from here on out has no easy fights ahead. Very significant fights. When you look at the IBF belt that he doesn't have, Richard Commey and Teofimo Lopez are likely going to be fighting on an undercard of Terence Crawford versus Aglidas Kavalauskas later on this year, likely in December. And Luke Campbell's stock has risen, has it not? Has his stock not risen? Let's look at these punch numbers. Sky Sports, but these are not your punch numbers. These are clearly, you know what? But let's look at these punch numbers. Here, I'm going to pause it, in fact. 527 thrown by Lomachenko to Luke Campbell's 420. 211 landed to Luke Campbell's 131. And to explain that, Luke Campbell's shots were very measured. He had excellent success going to the body. but, you know, he wasn't doing it enough. And Lomachenko was stealing a lot of rounds, in my opinion. So me, I like to score rounds 1 minute at a time, depending on what happens. Like, say, for example, what round was that where Luke Campbell got in trouble? Was that round 5? Where Lomachenko was pretty much... put it this way. There's a lot of rounds where Lomachenko wasn't doing much. But with the high ring IQ he has, he was throwing flurries and with crowd reaction, because he's highly loved over there in the UK, even though he's Ukrainian and Luke Campbell is actually British. But still, you know, the fan reception, but that's just UK in general. Let's...
Of body punches. The 56 body punches outdone by the 62, but the more effective body work by far was from Vasyly Lomachenko. Nearly got rid of him in the 5th. Damaged him badly in the 11th with the body work.
Just how proud can you be of that performance? First and foremost, thank you for the crowd tonight. The support's been unbelievable. Thank you everybody that came out to cheer me on. Really appreciate it. How good is he?
Well, he's just beat me, so he's very good. You know, he's a special fighter. We all knew he was a special fighter. But, you know, this is boxing and we train to win. Obviously, I'm disappointed in myself and the victory. You know, but it's hard to follow a game plan when someone like that is so good in front of you that always adapts.
You're in that horrible position of being in the same division as a once-in-a-lifetime fighter, but do you believe deep down still you can win a world title? It's twice you've come in this ring. Twice you've come up short, but in very good performances.
100%. I mean, with the support I had here tonight, that following me, I can go on and achieve anything. You know, tonight was Lomachenko's night, and my time will come.
Shane, you will have had a game plan and tactics. Was it what you expected from Lomachenko?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to prepare for him. You know, we did ourselves. Yeah, I feel like Luke did himself incredibly proud tonight. He boxed an amazing fight against a once-in-a-lifetime fight, as you said. So, you know, until the body shot, I think he was in the fight very close, and there's a couple of close rounds, but I think he did so proud.
Okay, commiserations to you, Luke. Vasiliy is in here somewhere. Vasiliy, are you happy to talk? You're still WBA, WBO champion. You're now the WBC champion. That's 3 of the 4 belts. Tell us how you're feeling.
Of course, I'm happy. I wanted to say thank you for all people who come to support us, to support this beautiful fight. I wanted to say thank you, people who organized this fight. And of course, I'm happy. And next, IBF. This is my title.
I was going to ask you about the crowd, not just tonight, but the whole UK experience, the open workouts, the press conference. In central London, you've been stopped and cheered everywhere. What's it been like in the UK?
Like I said, in UK, fans, the best fans in the world. Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
We'll talk to Bob Arum. You said you want the IBF. Richard Commey, Teofimo Lopez box in December. Will you wait for the winner of that fight, or will you box in between?
I don't want to. Of course, I want fight next, but it depends. Bob Arum.
Okay, well, he's here. Let's have a quick word. Bob, he says he wants unifications. What have you got planned for Loma?
Well, obviously, we're looking to win the 4th belt to unify the title. But Loma and Egas have told me they can't wait to come back to the UK to fight here again. The English fight fans are the best fans in the world.
He said there's a clip that's gone fairly viral where he said, I can't be a superstar because I can't express myself in English. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he speaks a lot better English than I do Russian, right? I mean, he is a superstar. And Luke Campbell didn't disgrace himself. He fought a hell of a fight. He's a hell of a fighter. Big, big heart. And Luke will be back.
The British fans know when they've seen something special. You've promoted some of the greatest fighters in boxing history. Where do you rank Loma?
He's up there with the greats. Muhammad Ali, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao. He belongs with those fighters.
Do you believe he'll stay at lightweight then and wait for the winner of Commey against
Commey against Teofimo Lopez.
Apologies to Teofimo Lopez. Apologies. Commey, Teofimo Lopez.
And then we're going to fight the best fighters at featherweight, the best fighters at super featherweight, and the best fighters at lightweight, because there are a lot of good fighters out there. He can make featherweight easily, he can make 130 pounds easily, and all of these guys will fight.
You're getting a good cheer because Alexander Usyk is here pulling faces behind you.
Alexander Usyk, the recent cruiserweight champion, is now going to be a contending heavyweight coming in. Video bombing.
He's a clown.
Bob
He's
Arum.
funny.
Bob Arum, there's a lot to digest there. But listen, I think the...
So yeah, I already know I'm going to get slaughtered for my cards. I'm looking at everybody else's cards on social media. Hey, you know, I'm sorry. Listen. Undisputed champions right here. Special list. So Bob Arum says that they're going after the Richard Commey Teofimo Lopez winner. That card can be announced any day. You know, on the undercard of Terence Crawford versus Kavaliauskas. They could do it on their own, but I don't think they will. I think they want to build up that Kavaliauskas card. Well, if Terence Crawford's going to fight Kavaliauskas, they want to build it up. But yeah, I saw close rounds. I'm sorry. I saw close rounds. And I'm sitting here like watching. And I'm like looking at punches like, nah, that shit ain't, you know. But Loma did win in my opinion, but I'm looking at that 119 card and all that shit. I'm like, yo, that shit was a little too wide for me, man. That shit was a little too wide for me. But let's talk about the division real quick. Let you know what's going on. So now, I'm going to do this. I was going to do it here live, but now, oh wait, he's another interview from Loma. No, wait, he didn't get one.
That he will probably not fight in between fighting the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Richard Commey, which we expect to have from New York on ESPN. Bernardo is with the champ.
Vasiliy, we knew he was long. We knew that he was tall. He made it tough for you to get on the inside. How are you finally able to break down Luke Campbell?
You know, he has a good experience, amateur experience. He's very smart and technical fighter. But he has a reach. He has a longer size, longer hands. That's why it was very hard to me to подстроиться. To adjust to him.
You finally made those adjustments, but not until you seemed like rocked pretty good in round number 7. Both of you got hurt. How hurt did you get?
How
hurt was he?
No, I'm not worse, but I feel his punch.
All right, the championship rounds, that's when you came on. Talk to me about the mindset, what your father Anatoly told you, because you came out to prove that you were the champion.
He said to me, hey, you need to throw a lot of punches, He said me, you need to do some combination. I try, but his reach, his hands, it was hard for me.
It was hard. You knew that coming into this fight. The road to the unification, to being undisputed, you've got 3 belts. Commey against Teofimo Lopez in December. Is that the fight you want next?
Of course, but they will be fighting December 14. It's not come to my plan, and of course I wanna fight next, but we'll see. It depends, not me. It depends our promoter.
London must be a special place for you. You won your 2nd gold medal here. You won your 3rd lightweight belt. Tell me what this experience was like.
No, maybe it's a lucky place for me because I fought 4 times and 4 times I win. So I like it, and fans, they are unbelievable.
If it's not the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Richard Commey, who's the IBF champ, when do you want to fight again? Who do you want to fight?
Of course, I want to fight with this guy. Lopez, да, его?
Да.
Teofimo, of course, I want to fight with Teofimo Lopez, but I think he not win this fight.
All right, so we get a prediction from Vasyly Lomachenko for December 14th when the IBF title will be on the line.
Damn. So he gave us some information. December 14th. It looks like it is going to be the date for Richard Commey versus Teofimo Lopez, and he doesn't believe that Teofimo Lopez can beat Richard Commey. And Richard Commey is going to be a tough fight for Lomachenko. He's going to provide some pressure for him and some power. So I'm interested in that if it does happen. But once again, he has to beat him. Meaning Richard Commey has to beat Teofimo Lopez. I want this fight. My bad. He's fighting Zaire Abdulayev, Devin Haney, in just a couple of weeks. It's actually the next major significant fight because next week is the week of the 7th. It's kind of like it's dead in boxing. So he's fighting Zaire Abdulayev to be the WBC interim or WBC mandatory, correct? He is going to be the mandatory for Loma, but the fear is, will the WBC make Loma a franchise champion now that shit's been, thrown in? I don't really like that. I mean, we could still see a Luke Campbell versus a Devin Haney, but, I want them, they're on the path, to fight. So, I don't want to see no shenanigans. And looking, at the division, like Bob Barron was talking about, is deep. So even if guys move up like Miguel Burchelt or Tevin Foreman move up, he sparred with Lomachenko, by the way. Jamil Herring can move up. Guys like Jojo Diaz, fights that can be made. Even if Josh Warrington, wants to fight a Lomachenko or Secure Steel. I mean, these are all guys that can be made under, the banner that can happen. I'm not saying that it would happen, but with the way Bob Barron talking is that Lomachenko can still get down to 126. I wouldn't. I would say 130. But, 135, he got that shit on lock. 140, he ain't going there. I don't see him at 140. Maybe one day in the future, but not now when there's so much work that can be done at 130, 135. So, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. I had it a close fight up until 11th round. I had the rounds close. I was watching that shit. So go ahead, let me know in the comments. I know you motherfuckers are. Go ahead, let me have it. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe. We are going to be here next week, primarily covering UFC. And then for those who don't know, also Lomachenko has an amazing jab. He has to go through a lot to get in there for taller fighters because he's got to bob and weave up in there. But this was a highly skilled affair. A highly skilled affair. I'm pissed that they took down my Savannah Marshall video, Sky Sports. I'm going to try to get that. I am going to get that video back out. I'm just going to edit out the little piece that they don't want in. Also, we are going to be covering this right here, the ESPN Plus Fury versus Otto Wallen. Yeah, once again, please subscribe.